Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Owens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake on it.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
They keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Price. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish back on offense. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Carr. Dumps it off in the flats. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To throw, it's Reed. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and the 1st down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reed's just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads it left. Makes the catch. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Aggies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the running back. Running to Green. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Carr. Firing to the right, complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quarterback may change this route. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Fields. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Notre Dame right back to the line. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Back to pass, it's Carr. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, third in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Smashes ahead.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Red pass hits complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the run, it's Love. Open space at the 25. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Now that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Back to throw, it's Carr. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going for it all. Makes a grab down the middle. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The offense changing the play. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. To the air, it's Carr. showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Fires left. It's gone. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle of Fields. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be calling a hot route. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the defender. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got him downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Leaves it with the back. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Owens. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking for a man, it's Reed. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. A&M comes back out with another first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the catch. It's Moss. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Catch in the middle, it's Craver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Off play action. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes one man miss. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Price. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for space. It's Locke. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air, it's Carr. Working that left side now. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. The give out of the gun. Runs through the tackle. Picks up the first down, still moving. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll give it to him again. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Notre Dame right back to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Oh, he's got some space. after the good pickup on that one.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Gets it past the marker.
Big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Owens. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from there. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. On the ground, it's Moss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Aggie. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Rams him with the stiff arm. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To pass, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here come the Irish back on offense. They put themselves in prime position right here, Jesse, to have a chance to win the game.
So how about this offensive line, David? Can they get some push? Because you're expecting them now to run the football to help the kicker out.
You're in a great situation. You're not in a rush. You don't have to hurry up. You know what you need to go out here, lead the clock, and kick the game-winning field goal.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. He caught it. Touchdown by the Irish. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Owens. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Reed. The sweet feet buy a little time. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bussey. He's out of bounds at the 47. Picks up the first down, and more importantly, the clock is stopped. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. This time on target. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Getting out to the supersonic guy. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.